Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session that is based on the concept of the fourth dimension. And I found this a fascinating kind of area generally because obviously we live in a three-dimensional reality. We're used to moving in three dimensions, and for us in three dimensions, time is very predictable. Almost all of our decisions and structures and systems works on the predictability of time moving in a linear way. And this hypnosis session was inspired by a proposal that I put forward to speak at the UK Hypnosis Convention taking place next November on this idea that hypnosis can be a portal to the fourth dimension. Because when you look at the differences between dimensions, there isn't a lot that changes, but what does change is very significant. So a one dimension is a straight line in many ways. It doesn't move off that straight line. Two dimensions, we're very familiar with looking at pictures and we're looking at video screens. So you might see a three-dimensional representation, but on a two-dimensional screen. And obviously we live in three dimensionals where you've got time in a linear sense, but you've got depth as well as the two-dimensional plane. And then the fourth dimension has this idea that what really changes is the concepts of time and the time-space element. So we move through space physically. If we wanted to walk a mile away, it's going to take us a certain amount of time to get to that new location. But when you look at what can happen in hypnosis, none of the three-dimensional rules apply. I've done thousands of hypnosis sessions, and regularly I will regress someone to a point in their childhood with one question. So they're moving through time, and they take a first-person perspective of that moment in time almost instantly. So they've moved through time, but they've also moved through space. So one of my questions to detect if someone is suitable for hypnosis is they ask them if they can remember where they lived when they were 10 years old, and to describe how many windows or how many rooms is in that house or apartment. And I can tell from their eye movements that they're back in that house and they're having a wander around and they're, moving through, but they're able to do it faster than reality because the laws of time and space don't apply. So my proposal for a talk at the UK Hypnosis Convention is going to be to talk about, is hypnosis a way for us to utilize the principles of four dimensions, but for a function, for a purpose? And I believe that it is. I also believe that we're moving to a world where technology will also enable us to experience four dimensions. If you're in a metaverse and you've got a VR headset, then nothing stops you teleporting to any other place. Teleportation can't take place in three-dimensional reality as we know, but if your reality is a metaverse, it's not unusual. I see my kids, if they're playing Minecraft or Roblox, teleporting to different places within that universe all the time. So I don't think we're a million miles away from interacting, conceptually at least, with the fourth dimension. We are three-dimensional beings that will be able to interact with four-dimensional principles. So my talk would be about that, and then I thought, well, why not do a hypnosis session based on that idea? So this hypnosis session starts with a story of what a two-dimensional entity may struggle to comprehend a three-dimensional reality, clearly as a metaphor for us as humans struggling to comprehend what a four-dimensional reality might be, followed by a hypnotic poem that encourages you to think about what it might be like to interact in a four-dimensional space. And I say space in inverted commas because in fourth dimensions, space isn't really real as we would know it in three dimensions. This may be a little bit abstract, maybe a bit confusing. If it does become confusing for you, allow that to enhance the hypnotic experience. There's also quite a bit of theta wave music at the end, because the nature of this is to allow you to use what you imagine to be the fourth dimension to be as a playground for your imagination to experience different versions of reality, including the past and the future. Very confusing and interesting at the same time, I think, at least. Let me know what your thoughts are, either by dropping me a message in the comment section on Spotify, drop me an email, adam@adamcox.co.uk, or drop me a message on Instagram if you found this kind of content interesting. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a slow, deep breath, representing a level of calm and tranquility. And as you exhale, allow your eyelids to close and allow yourself to drift off into a wonderful feeling of calm and relaxation. So much so that as you breathe in and breathe out, you can position your body more and more comfortable to feel more and more relaxed, to feel that you are drifting off into a wonderful place that some people call hypnosis and some people call the imagination. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine staring at a picture. I want you to imagine in the picture of various depictions of people. And the picture is a two-dimensional world. And I want you to imagine that if you were a character in that picture, and someone explained to you the three-dimensional world that you live in as a two-dimensional creature, it would be very difficult to understand. Breathe in and breathe out and open your mind to the idea that it's just as difficult for a two-dimensional being to understand the three dimensions as it is for a three-dimensional creature to understand the fourth dimension. So breathe in and breathe out. And imagine that within this two-dimensional world, a story is being told. That once in a realm of two dimensions, there lived a square named Squarely, who lived in a world of length and width, but no height. In Flatland, as it was known, everything was flat. The houses, trees, even the inhabitants. Squarely, ever curious, often wondered what lay beyond the edges of Flatland. And one day, while wandering near the edge of his world, he encountered a sphere named Spheria, who claimed to be from a strange world called 3D Land. In 3D Land, Spheria explained, we have an additional dimension. It's not just length and width, but height too. Squarely couldn't comprehend height. What is this height? He asked, trying to imagine a world beyond his two-dimensional understanding. And Spheria attempted to explain. It's like being able to jump into the sky or dive into the depths of an ocean. It's a world where things have depth, not just outlines. The concept baffled Squarely. In his flat world, up and down have no meaning. He tried to imagine it, but failed. How can there be more than length and width? Isn't everything just lines and more lines, he pondered. Spheria, realizing that words alone were insufficient, decided to show Squarely by pulling him into the 3D world. Suddenly, Squarely felt a sensation he had never experienced. He was lifted up. And for the very first time, he saw objects from above and below, not just from the side. He saw the tops of objects, their bottoms, their insides, a symphony of shapes and perspectives he had never dreamed possible. Overwhelmed, but exhilarated, Squarely returned to Flatland, his mind buzzing with new ideas and visions. He tried to explain his adventures to his fellow squares, circles, and lines, but found it as challenging as Spheria had found explaining 3 dimensions to him. Squarely's view of his world had changed forever. He now knew that beyond the limitations of his perception lay a vast, unexplored universe of dimensions, depth, and possibilities. While he lived in a two-dimensional world. His mind had touched the 3D, and that experience made him the most enlightened square in all of Flatland. As you breathe in and breathe out, I wonder how it would feel to be a three-dimensional creature that experiences the fourth dimensions, where time isn't linear, and the idea of time and space are just concepts. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you're living in a world where the laws of time are different. That time isn't a linear line from the past to the present into the future, but more like a fluid that you can jump to any moment in time to learn from the past, to visit the future, knowing that there are infinite possible futures. And as you imagine being in that four-dimensional world, allow your mind to be opened. In realms where depth, width, and height craft a world of tangible sight, there whispers a dimension unseen yet profound, where time's river in mystery is bound. Behold the traveller of this three-dimensional plane, gazing into the fourth, where past and future reign. A dimension where time's fabric delicately weaves invisible threads, a tapestry it conceives. Here, in the vast expanse of space and depth, echoes the dance of moments in a single breath. The traveller, rooted in the now, seeks to explore this unseen realm where time unlocks another door. Shadows of bygone eras, future's uncharted dream, mingle in this dimension, a continuous stream. A waltz of epochs in timeless embrace, each tick of the cosmic clock an eternal trace. The traveller feels the echoes of ages past, the future's whispers in a vast expanse so vast. In this dimension, each second unfolds a tale, a journey through time where moments sail, where yesterday's tears and tomorrow's smile converge in the flow of time's endless mile. Here, destiny's threads are spun and sewn. In the heart of this dimension, time's seeds are grown. Bound by the now, yet free in thought's flight, the traveller beholds time's profound light. A universe unveiled, a canvas unrolled, where the secrets of time gracefully unfold. In this dance of dimensions, the traveler learns the nature of existence as time's wheel turns. Life, not just a path, but an ocean vast, where every droplet of time holds the universe's past. In the embrace of this timeless sea, the traveler finds the key to life's mystery. For in the fourth dimension's gentle hold lies the story of existence, forever told. And so, in this realm, where time is a river wide, the traveler stands, eyes open with wonder inside. For in this dimension, beyond the reach of space, lies the depth of time, the universe's grace. As you imagine exploring life in the fourth dimension, acknowledge that you can teleport to any moment in time. You can go back to past moments and relive them as you want them to be, or be an observer and extract all the wisdom from those moments. You can embody different people from moments in the past, extract their wisdom, their ideas, their experiences. And then you can teleport into the future and test out infinite possibilities. Each decision is an opportunity to evaluate a brand new timeline. Turn this place into a playground of possibility. A place where you can relive the past in many different ways and explore the future until you find a wonderful combination that feels like the present will gravitate towards it. The laws of space-time don't apply in this realm. You can visit any place, at any time, from any perspective. So enjoy this place and explore this place. And when the time comes to awaken, you will awaken feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Or, if it's the right time, to drift off into a sleep, to continue this playground of possibility, and just allow your mind to do that, drifting off into a wonderful, rejuvenating, relaxing sleep.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.